I guess if we are restarting, we should probably explain like flips and stuff, maybe just a little bit. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I grew up doing like trampoline, self-taught, it's like tricks in my backyard. Never did gymnastics, but that's what I say to people because they don't know what I mean when I say like flipping and stuff. They think I'm flipping houses or something, but that's what.
That's a big thing.
Yeah,
on TV. Yeah,
exactly. And that's what Nash, your son, does, and came to my trampoline park, and that's how we met. There in Augusta. Trampoline park since had to close down. And like you said, we can get into that later. Super upsetting. Nash is still welcome to pull up and jump though. But yeah, I forget what we were on, but
you getting a lot of credit for.
Oh yeah,
like.
Yeah,
like, I know it's hard to take credit for something, but like,
yeah, I don't like to do that necessarily. But
were you part of like a big, like starting an online presence of flipping, like the trampoline community and everything?
Yeah, I usually like let other people say that, but yeah, it's probably true. Yeah, there was like a kind of a movement. There was just like skateboarding in the 90s or something. There became this like kind of underground movement that just coincided with things like Instagram, where everyone was showing their clips, and it just kind of blew up into this viral sport, which was flipping in your backyard. They call it G-Tramp, like garden trampoline. That's what it stands for. And so, I was in on that when I was probably 12. I started doing my first double flips and stuff. And at that point, I mean, there was nothing really on. There was a couple videos online of people doing this stuff, backyard tramp, just kids having fun, really. And then, yeah, as the years went on and people just started posting more and more stuff on Instagram of it, and then everyone would learn from everyone else. And it was just crazier, harder tricks, but not like toes pointed, heavily coached, very safe learning progression. It was all just like, all right, let's wait for the beat drop of this song and send it and hope you don't land on your neck, which happened often. I'm still chronic neck injuries from that. But yeah. And by 2016, I transitioned pretty much fully from making just flipping videos on YouTube, had a couple hundred of those, to making vlogs more generally, generally entertaining content that's not so niche. But I definitely kept the trampoline stuff in it. And so in doing that, I was definitely the biggest creator in that was doing anything with G-Tramp. And so to the degree that blew up in 17 and 18, definitely a big player in that, I guess. It just became like a really big thing. I mean, I was making videos. I had a series called Trampoline Versus, where we would just like put butter or just
ketchup or
whatever it is on
I forget
on trampolines and do that. But I think part of the biggest entertainment value of that, why that did well, was definitely like personality, friends, storytelling, comedic stuff. And then second, that I think made me stand out from other people that were doing similar things or similar challenges, was like we were doing, triple and quadruple flips on this stuff, and just some harder things that made it more interesting. So there was definitely some like athletic stuff going on there. I think all that made kind of a perfect storm for, I don't know, it's just a very weird mix, but ended up working out. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber, trampoline kind of guy. I never really know what to tell people when they ask what I do. I'm like, YouTuber, I guess, creator.
Yeah, content creator, I guess.
Influencer.
I know.
You're an influencer now. To the.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm influencing other than.
Right. Yeah. Are you trying to influence people? Are you trying to persuade them of something?
No,
just entertainment, right? Entertainer.
Right.
Creator.
And that's really what it is. Kind of for me, more it's like learning all the tech stuff. I kind of liked all this, and then I wanted to do something on my own versus filming for other people.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll try something else on my own.
That's super cool. The technical stuff's always been a hard thing for me to take interest in, so I think you got that down. I'm looking at this setup. Honestly, if you haven't shared it, you should. All this is awesome.
There's a couple pictures floating around. Like, I've always tried to look up, like, what's it look behind the scenes of Rogan or Lex Friedman, and ended up finding out, some of them.
Yeah, I think we both watched those guys pretty heavily.
Yeah, love them.
They're awesome, yeah. No, but this is sweet. I told him my podcast setup is just horrible.
It works. I mean, whatever works. I just kind of have a problem with going over the top.
A little obsessive. No, it looks awesome. It was worth it.
Thanks.
Heck yeah.
Okay, so, then you got into cars too a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit there.
And then had kind of a bad accident on one of those.
Yeah. Luckily, I was completely uninjured, so it actually wasn't too bad. Yeah, in 2017, I was making pretty good money from YouTube. Hindsight, should have saved a lot more of it, but you're not going to tell a 16, 17-year-old kid to save his money. He's going to be like, no, I'm going to the dealership. I ended up getting a Audi R8 in 2014 when I was 16, and this is the beginning of 2017. And then I got this, it's like $1 million house in Andover, and it was kind of more of a movie set than a house. We didn't need it for anything. It was very fun, coming from just like middle of the line, in Augusta, and then
cutting the handrails down.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I've seen that video.
Foam pits in the living room, totally just trashing this place. My mom was having like a meltdown just watching all this get trashed. But yeah, we had those things kind of came together at the same time, and then had a couple different cars after that. But I held on to that one for a couple of years. The first one I had, but made the mistake of supercharging it and making it like 800 horsepower, and I'm just thinking I'm the greatest driver because I can floor it in a straight line. And then, one day I got my wake-up call. I was going down Thunder Road, which is a road nearby here, and everyone kind of goes down it. It's a windy road. You can go fast, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. And turn a corner, sun's in my eyes. Sounds like an excuse, actually, is the case. Go watch the video. But I went off the road into the ditch, into a fence. Had a high school buddy that was like, he was having a blast, and I was like, well, if you're having fun, let's have more fun. Just trying to kind of impress him or just make sure he's having fun more than anything. But luckily, we were both uninjured, but totaled the car. And then made some other bad financial decisions after that. Bought like a Lamborghini after that, and then another R8. And then I made it a couple of years without owning one in 21 through 23. And then I bought another one in 23. So I haven't learned my lesson. Other than it's a cheaper and older version, so
it's smarter on the picks on
exactly. I'm heading in the right direction, I think.
Yeah, and I forgot to go back to. So when you got the Audi, did you were you in California after that when you got that, or
so I got that in 17, and then 18 I moved to California when I was 17 with some friends, and we all lived in a house together in Huntington Beach. Really only for the summer, and I ended up moving back. Now that was the worst financial decision I've made because I spent more money in Huntington Beach in that summer than I'd spent the whole year prior, and that included all the gadgets and just crap that I just said. Like we were spending, I was just had all these guys, and they're my friends, and I had no concept of money and longevity or plan or anything like that. I was paying like $12,000 a month to live in this,
big house
mansion, and just so ridiculous, didn't need it. It was fun, but yeah, my mom also just sitting in the background, like telling me, what I should be doing. And I'm just like, nope, not going to listen to it. Can't listen to it. I'm just going to do whatever I want.
Yeah.